if you had asked me 2 years ago about that, I would have
Hmm.
said, yeah, I want people to remember us. And you're catching me at a time in my life where I don't really give a fuck anymore.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Belgian Jasper. If this is your first time in the channel, hit subscribe right now.
Guess who's back? Me, motherfucker!
Perfect. Thank you so much. So guess who's back? Well, I didn't know that you were gone to begin with, because every few years, like clockwork, almost we have a new Danko Jones album. What was the inspiration behind that title?
Well, I mean, it does sound like a song you would put out after a long hiatus, but because the last album was 2 years ago, which is more than most bands put out. Like the output is pretty steady. So what's there to be back about? But I realize that it's a song like to let everyone know that we're still here. Like we've never gone away. We've never taken a hiatus. We've never gone on vacation. We've never taken a time out. Maybe we should have, but we just can't afford to. So that's basically what that's about. And just reminding people that we're here.
Damn, it feels so good! Damn, it feels so nice!
Last time that we talked, you were mentioning that you read somewhere that name bands have an average lifespan of 7 years. You're now 27 years going
Almost
strong.
4 times that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 4 times that.
And you also mentioned, we did that without a platinum album or number ones. But hey, in the meantime, at least in the German rock charts, we've had the number one twice. So that's happening. That is a big deal, though. Like Germany is a big market, and we've obviously seen you focus over the years on Europe and more to come as well. With your non-stop work ethic, do you have a possibility to take a step back and truly enjoy that? I mean, I obviously saw the posts that you made about it, but is that something that you celebrate, let sink in, or do those milestones at the end of the day not matter too much?
They do. It's a big deal to have a number one. And then it dropped out the next week, and then it came back after 1 or 2 weeks back to number one, which is, again, like, that's awesome. Like, we don't take it for granted, especially because, a band like us, we've never gone number one, we've never gone gold. So when these milestones happen, I think we are able to appreciate it more than most bands because we've been watching from the sidelines longer.
Right.
But because we've been watching from the sidelines longer, it grounds us. So we kind of know that, this doesn't really happen every day. So when it does happen, we can appreciate it. I think if it happened right away, like most bands who it happens to, you can't really appreciate it and it goes to their heads. We've been on the receiving end of that many times.
Take your best shots! 'Cause I don't give a damn!
Now, the German market will continue to be an important market for you. You're also now on a German label with All for Metal. We mostly know them as a home for power metal. You worked together for the longest time with Bad Taste. What makes AFM a good home for you?
Well, I mean, there was a few labels over the last couple of years when we put out a record that, made their offers, and we chose the ones that were really eager to work with us and who really wanted to work with the band rather than just like throw us against the wall and see if we stick kind of thing. And there's a couple of labels that, that are like that. And we just decided to go with the AFM because we were on AFM, then we left and we went with another label that did a great job for us. We got a number one with them as well. Then we went back to AFM because they laid out a plan that, and it showed that they were really sincere and ready to work.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, I was, born and raised in Belgium, not Germany. Moved to Canada about 10 years ago. So, Belgium is also a special place for you, predominantly for its festivals. I still have here with me, I met you in person in 2004 because I got your signature here at the Rock Werchter Festival back in the day.
Yeah, I've got that one sheet, I think. Yeah.
There you go. an article in the newspaper from 2004 calling you one of the highlights of that festival back in the day. But obviously, also more recently, Rock is a great festival, but Grass Pop is a fantastic one too. I was there when you were playing a couple of weeks ago, and now we see the live video. It was a fun show. Was making a live video of recordings of that show always in the plan, or was it more? Well,
we've
great
done
crowd,
that.
Great reaction, and the other way around.
We've got two live videos that were shot at Grass Pop over the years. I think I Got a Rock and Twisting Knife were shot at Grass Pop over the years, and so we shot this one as well. It's a live version of Good Time, but it's the music is the studio
version. Yeah.
Thank God, because that was the first time we played Good Time live, and I fucked it up hard, but it's still, it's still good to play. And yeah, we used the studio version of that, but it was fun. Yeah. In Grass Pop, it's one of my favorite festivals to play. So.
I came here to fuck shit up and have a good time.
For you, I know that you're a fan of European festivals. What make them so different than what we have here in North America?
They take care of the bands, especially like all the Benelux festivals are known for being very well organized, and just everything backstage it's really nice to play in those festivals. And then the curating of the festivals, you always end up either meeting up with friends or meeting people for the first time, or getting to catch bands that you've wanted to catch, and or a mix of all three. So I've met and met up with people at Benelux festivals for years.
To talk about festivals and maybe a different kind of festivals real quick, just because we're both in Toronto, the weekend that we are recording this interview, when this video comes out, it'll be over already, but it's also at Toronto, the Fan Expo, which is like the Valhalla for comic book culture in Canada. Last time we spoke, we talked about your James Hetmanson art piece of a vanquished layer of He-Man by Scalper drinking blood. Does that mean
right
that
over there?
There
right there on the wall. Yeah.
Does that mean that like Fan Expo, is that something for you?
I go every year except this year.
Okay.
This year I can't go. So because they changed the dates, it's usually at the beginning of September, but I think they did that last year, but I was in town last year. I could do it last year, but no, can't do it this year. It's the first time I am not going to attend Fan Expo in like 10 years.
Oh, wow. Is it predominantly the comic book side of things that draws you there, or are you also into the gaming?
Both. And yeah, the comic book. I like the big, huge halls that they have filled with vendors and stuff, and I like checking out the cosplay stuff. So yeah.
Well, let's focus on the new album. For the last album you mentioned with Power Trio, that it was very much inspired by the people directly around you. Is that the same for the new album?
Yeah, I mean, directly around me, I was in lockdown. Not really, but like just what was going. I think the environment that was happening around us in terms of like a community.
Right.
But I mean, this album, not really. I mean, no, not really. No, it's just there's like an Electric Sounds is about rock. Shake Your City's about rock and touring. I Like It is about relationships and stuff. So just general themes resurfaced for this album.
Yeah. And something that also maybe resurfaced in a way is where there were less clear ties to some of the bands that influenced you, Thin Lizzy, Kiss, Misfits, the last record. We feel a little bit of that again. At least that's maybe just my projection, but I feel some Thin Lizzy groove in the title track. She's My Baby and Eye for an Eye has some Misfits vibe to it as well, I found, which made, and Eye for an Eye, I think so far my favorite song on the record. Cool. All Night Long has some Kiss vibes as well. Do you agree with that? Are those influences back, or
I don't disagree with it. I don't hear it necessarily. Like it's not something we did deliberately. Like on past records where it would be like a nod to Thin Lizzy or the nod to the Misfits, that was so obvious. We put our cards on the table. But for this record, I can't really think of any band that we like said, okay, this is our Misfit song, or this is our Lizzy song, or this is our this song. I mean, Eye for an Eye's got a little bit of the Misfits in it, you know. But I can't really think, like songs like Stiff Competition. I like it. Even Guess Who's Back. They harken back to our old catalog, like from the late '90s, like more referencing songs like of ours, like Cadillac and stuff, and early garage songs that I thought Stiff Competition and I Like It were like that.
Is there some sort of a pressure to like have that legacy come out, like where it's like you have your unique sound, and sure, there's always going to be influence. We're always going to find elements that clearly Danko grew up with this and this band, but
when it comes to legacy, if you had asked me 2 years ago about that, I would have said, yeah, I want people to remember us. And you're catching me at a time in my life where I don't really give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really want to hang on to that stupid shit. I just want to make songs and albums, and if people like them, they like them. I don't really care anymore. And that's not me being negative. That's like, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to say that I don't put too much stock in trying to catch something that is out of my hands, and even if I was able to, wouldn't really affect who I am and what I do. Like, remember when Ringo Starr played the Grammys and people were on Twitter going, who is this old guy?
Right.
That's how quick it goes, you know?
Yeah. So in other words, in 3 years from now, we'll be talking about the new Danko Jones album, not the 30th anniversary edition reissue.
We've never done shit like that. And if you ever see us do anything that's commemorative, that was spurned on by the record labels. That was not I just went with it. I never liked doing that shit where you play an album from front to back and beginning to end to mark its 20th or 30th anniversary. I think that's a step backwards.
You wanna get high? I'm talking higher than the big blue sky.
Well, before you even think about, playing old songs front to back, there's a lot of fun new songs to play, and you're gonna play hopefully a lot of them on the upcoming tour that's been announced as well. So you've got a few shows in Canada, and then you take off for an intense European run. What can we expect from that run?
That is intense in the sense that there's hardly any days off. That's going to be a killer, but whatever, let's just go for it. I'm using in-ear monitors now, and that's actually saving my voice. If I was just using the monitors on stage, I couldn't do a tour like that. So now when I do in-ear tours with in-ear monitors, at the end of the tour, my voice is at 99%, whereas usually when you use the stage gear, it's at 65 to 70%, if that. So it's allowed me to save my voice. I can hear and control because I can hear myself so well. I can control my voice. And when you don't really hear, when you use stage monitors, you don't really hear how much you're pushing your voice and screwing up your throat, because you're trying to hear over all the other sounds,
Will we see announcements of, in other areas of the world, tours following that European run soon?
I hope so. Waiting for that for sure. There's things that are being talked about, but I don't know. I'll be the first to know. Still don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, you've got a lot of great shows for us to focus on and to count down towards. And like I said, we'll start with, I think it's 3 shows in the Ontario region. I think you started in Waterloo.
Just 3, and those are the only Canadian shows, which is a shame, but that's how it goes.
Yeah. But we'll see you in Waterloo. Definitely also Toronto. It's all in October, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Mid-October. Mid-October.
I don't have the actual date, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a Friday in October. I think the 14th or so, or 12th of October. That you'll be here in town again. I mean, not again. You obviously are from here, but that the local crowd can see you play, and we'll look forward to that. Danko, I know that it's busy days and got so much to worry about. So I'll give you some time and hope that you can enjoy this rest of. I don't even know if it's a nice Friday or not. I haven't been outside yet, but
overcast, but it's not raining, so that's a good thing.
There you go. But I hope you can enjoy these quieter moments before the craziness starts again for you. And I wish you all the best with the release of this album.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.